everybody, my name's Jamie. I'm an independent designer with Club Couture, and you guys have probably heard all over the internet and everywhere about Club Couture. What is Club Couture? Let me tell you. So each month for $19.99, this little happy envelope will show up in your mail once a month. I want to say it was 26 something in Canada. I'd have to check on that. But I know in the U.S., we only ship to Canada and U.S., it's $19.99, free shipping, tax depending on where you're at, but you're going to get this envelope. Inside this envelope, you're going to get a B-size transfer, 3 paste samples. They're little packets of paste. You're going to get 3 of them. And your B-size transfer for the month of September is actually this one. See if I can piece it together so you guys can see. I've already used it once, but it's about this big, roughly. Maybe go this way. It's a good size transfer. So you're gonna get that transfer and your 3 paste for $19.99. So this is September's transfer. So today we're gonna make a tea towel with it so I can just kind of show you. Now you're gonna get paste samples. This is Chalkology paste. It's a wet chalk that goes on wet, dries hard, and it's removable on some surfaces, but we also have Chalkology ink. Now this is for if you want to do pillows and towels and t-shirts, lots of things you can do with our ink. So we're going to make a towel, and I have just a simple white flour sack towel. You can use tea towels, you can use any material. I'm just going to do the flour sack towel. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, it's so wrinkled. She's gonna chalk on that. You don't have to pre-iron. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. Because we have a sticky mat. These are ink mats. They'll be available in my shop. And you can purchase them, and they're sticky. And they're gonna hold your project in place. So if you're doing a t-shirt or a pillow, but it's also going to help with any bleeding. So you want to make sure you get your material the right way. And all you do is you lay it down and you smooth out any wrinkles. And once you put your fabric down, it's not going anywhere unless you pull it up. So it's simple, it's easy, it saves all that pre-wrinkle. My best advice though, don't stretch your material, because then when you take it off the mat, it's going to go back to its original. So just make sure you're just kind of just pulling your wrinkles out and smoothing them, that you're not necessarily stretching your material. Because if you stretch your material too much, like I said, when you pull it off, your design is going to be stretched as well, or shrunk actually, because you're stretching the material. So once I have the satisfied wrinkles out, piece of cake, right? And I know I'm gonna do my material pretty centered. Make sure my mat's pretty centered. Make sure I'm nice and smooth. And like I said, it's stuck there. It's not going anywhere. We're just gonna smooth all of that out. Make sure we're kind of lined up because you can see the pattern. And then these are our transfers. It is a screen transfer, so all of this white area is actually screen. It's not plastic. It's like I don't want to call it vinyl, but they're sticky and they're reusable. You can reuse these 8 to 10 times depending on your maintenance of your transfer. But you basically stick it on your project, whether you're doing a chalkboard or a piece of wood, whatever you're doing, and you stick it on. Make sure you're straight and you know where you're going here, and you see it's sticky and you're pulling it up. If you're doing a regular project, and I just pulled up my material, you want to do, you want to pre-fuzz it. But if you're doing material, you don't want to necessarily pre-fuzz it because your material's already got fuzz. And when I say by fuzz, that means you want to take a towel and you want to put some lint on the back, and it just helps from pulling up and keeping from stretching your transfer. So let me just get this. My towel's getting stuck over here, so not straight. We want it to be straight. And we're just going to lay it back down, smooth out, make sure we have no bubbles, and then we're going to use our inks. Now, if you were to get this, if you were to sign up for Club and it's October or it's September, you're going to get October's transfer. It's going to start on the 5th. You'll get your first shipment on the 5th of the next month from when you sign up. But they give you the option to, for $20, you can add the current month's transfer, as well as for $69 and change, you can add a starter kit, which will give you a white paste, this size, a full-size white paste, 3 ounces. You'll get a squeegee, you'll get a board to practice with, a couple boards. No, I think that one comes with 1 board. So you'll get 1 board, you get items. So those are options to add on. So if you were to sign up in the month of September, you could add this and you'll be charged the $20 immediately. You don't have to add it. If you choose not to, your first charge will be October 5th and you'll get the October transfer. Each transfer is exclusive only to Club members. You can only get these during Club if you're a member of the Club. Now, each month, the Club members get a special discount. So, some kind of special that's just available to them and to them only. Last month, they got free shipping on every single order they did. This month, they're getting access to Club transfers that may have been before they joined Club, and so they're having access to be able to get them. Sometimes they do transfers that are going to be retiring, and so you get to get them at a discount. So it all just depends, and you may be watching this a year from now, you may be watching this in February. So everything will stay pretty much the same price-wise, just everything's going to change as far as what transfer. So now I'm going to take my ink. Now this is ink. It is very permanent. It's a done deal once it's on here. And I'm just going to spread it in those open areas. And just make sure I've got every nook and cranny there. You don't need to put the ink on the whole transfer, just where your open areas are or where you're focusing on. And like I said, the ink is also available in my shop, but in the description of this video, I will put where you can click on to see more about the Club and how to get part of the Club. This is just a nice sample of what you could do with the Club transfer. So I'm just going to stick these on the bottom because I'm done with this color. So we want to get it out of our way because, like I said, the ink is permanent, so I don't want to spill it on my project. And then you're just going to pull up gently because, again, this is ink, so we want to make sure we're not touching anywhere that we don't want to touch. I'm just going to set this over here to get it out of the way. Make sure I don't have any on my fingers and fix my material I pulled up with the stickiness. Now, normally you would let this sit for 24 hours. But for the sake of the video, I'm just going to give it a little heat dry so I can add to it. Because remember, I showed you there was multiple pieces in this transfer. So I want to be able to utilize the whole thing on my towel. And any one of our transfers can be used on material. It can be used on chalkboards. It can be used on wood surfaces, glass surfaces, you name it. You can use these transfers on them. But like I said, you may have heard of people saying all the time, I'm a Club member, I'm a Club member. And you're just curious. So I want to kind of show you what Club's all about. Now, once you're doing material, you're gonna let it sit overnight, 24 hours, approximately 24 hours. And then you're gonna take a piece of parchment paper and you're gonna put it over top and you're gonna iron it. Medium setting-ish, and you're gonna, depending on your fabric, if you have a specialty fabric, then please by all means set your iron to the specialty fabric. But you just wanna iron for a few seconds in the whole area. Once you've done that, that's heat setting it. It's washable. You can wash it now and it will stay permanent. You can wash it multiple times. I mean, I have some shirts that I've made that I have washed probably 50 times and it still looks like it's the same day that I chalked it, or inked it, if you will, because I didn't put chalk on it, I put ink. All right, so now I took the black and I'm just kind of going over my next word on top. I'm going to take care of that because we're done with that one and get it out of our way. I'm going to do the same thing. We're just going to peel it up. Like I said, you got to be kind of careful when you're pulling up because like if your transfer is extra sticky, it is going to pull that towel off of your board. So you just want to make sure you're smoothing it back down if you're putting something else. I have these little fall-like leaves. And you want to make sure when you're layering too, that you make sure your project's dry in between layers. That's why I use the dryer to do so, just to make sure that it was nice and dry before I layered over it. So there's my first little leaf. And I'm just going to go ahead and use the same one. It comes with two, but I think I'm just going to use the same one again because I can do it without overlapping right here. Because I think this one's a little bit bigger, wider, and I kind of want the small. So we're going to leave it like that. So now I'm just going to set that one aside. Bear with me here, they're sticking to my fingers. They're very, very sticky. So remember, if you have something that's extremely sticky, make sure you're fuzzing before you put it on your projects, unless you're using the material, and then it's a judgment call if you think you need an extra fuzz beforehand. So now I'm just going to give this another quick little dry, just so I can pull it up to show you guys what it looks like. And like I said, this is just a flour sack towel. They come in bundles, like 10 or 12 for a few bucks at Walmart, or you can get them at your craft stores. You can sometimes even get them at the dollar stores. So it's just quick and simple. Now I'm still going to let this sit overnight before I heat set it. I'm just drying it enough so I pull it off the board. And you can pull it off the board wet, but I know I'm going to be lifting it to show you guys. So I wanted to make sure that it wasn't super, super wet. So set that aside for a second so you guys can see. Now these towels are pretty big, but I love them for doing projects on because they give me so much to work with. So here we go. Get my Fall Blessings, a cute little towel that's made with our Club Couture. So again, in the descriptions, I'll have a link that you can click on to sign up for Club or read about it if you're interested and want a little more detail. Now, there's many things you can do, like I said. You can make door tags. These are some door tags that I made using the same transfer that we just used. And I did this one in shimmer gold, so you can see the shimmer. I used currant jam. You get shimmer gold, or shimmer copper, currant jam, and pesto come with your kit. These are the colors that come with your kit. Now I used a shimmer olive, but it's kind of close to this color. So it's similar to this, just without the shimmer. I used the shimmer olive on this one. But that's a fun thing that you can use. You can do little door tags. Like I said, you can make towels. There's a lot you can do with a club transfer. And it's $20, and it comes right to your door. And you're gonna get 3 paste samples, which I don't know where I stuck them. Here they are. 3 different paste samples, so you're gonna be able to try 3 different colors with your transfer. And you can save these. I have a video you can watch where you can save these, and it shows you how to save them if you don't use them all, because you can make a lot of projects with this little sample. And who doesn't love Happy Mail, to see this pretty envelope come to your mailbox every month? So I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I hope you check out the link and see what there is to offer. See if you're interested in being club and what you want to read. And I will talk to you guys later. Stay tuned for some more videos. Thanks.